Hey, listen, Chuck, you are here on a really big day for us because, fellas, I don't know if you knew this, but today is our 25th episode. So that's like the silver anniversary.
Damn.
I didn't get an anniversary gift from you guys. You know, we like to we have this little segment that we call I Said What I Said. And so because we have both of you here today, I mean, this is like a double edition, but I think we need to rename it for one day. So Spice, come on, give me one good one because we're going to rename this. You know what I want to hear, right?
What?
What you say
What
now,
you say now, Chuck?
Come on, give me a good one.
What you say now, Chuck?
There we go. That's what we're going to call this segment today. What you say now, Chuck? Because I want to hear what you have to say. All right. Guys, I want to start with something pretty big. Shaq, we've talked about this guy endlessly, but now it looks like that the Ben Simmons Philadelphia 76ers experiment is going to end ugly. So where do you think, Charles, that Ben is going to be at the start of the season? Do you think he'll be in Philly, or do you think they just can't do it anymore?
Well, I'm disappointed in Ben Simmons. Michelle, when you give somebody $200 million to dribble a stupid basketball, and the only thing you ask them is be better as a player, and their first response is, I don't want to play here anymore. That disappoints me as a player. It disappoints me as a fan. They're not asking him to come over and play with his kids. They're not saying, hey, come over here and cut my grass. They're saying, Ben, we need you to learn how to shoot the basketball. And his first response is, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair to the 76ers. He took their money. They're only asking him to be a better basketball player. But like I say, you know, the toothpaste out the tube. The players run the league now.
Right.
But to me, this is very disappointing as a player.
But you also have a lot of times those players, you talk about the toothpaste out of the tube and the players running the league. I do think I hear a lot of those players, Shaq, who speak up and who say things now. They are accomplished players. You hear LeBron saying that. You hear, you know, in his age, D Wade, those players who had, as Shaq says, G14 classification. Ben Simmons doesn't have that, right?
And I was just about to talk about that.
Yeah.
I have G14 classification to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
And so does Charles Barkley. Ben Simmons, you're not that good. And then in this league, do you want to be good or do you want to be great? You're not great. You're pretty good. Pretty good is not great. You've been pretty good at LSU, pretty good in high school, pretty good. But if you want to get to that next level, you have to be great. And to be great, you have to work on your game. Don't be putting pictures on your Instagram or your Ferrari or what actress you're hanging around with. When you play for a town like Philadelphia, Boston, LA, Miami, hard-working town, they don't give a shit about none of that. They want you to come, work hard, and play hard. I was at that game 6 when that man didn't even look at the basket. I was there. And I know as a player, first thing I do is I look in the player's eyes. That man was out there terrified. And, you know, terrified, not terrified of playing, but terrified of being fouled and missing free throws. Forget all that. And it's the same thing I told Giannis when I saw him. I said, look, man, forget that. 3 things going to happen. You're going to make it, you're going to miss it, or you're going to shoot an air ball. But if you dominate, some of the time / most of the time, free throws won't even matter. And Ben Simmons can dominate. You're a 6'9", powerful guard, averaging 18 without a jump shot. Just think about what you average if you develop a little 15-footer. So, yes, you do have to work on your game. And, yes, when you get paid $200, $300 million, you have a responsibility. You know, a lot of these people, you hear from your followers how good you are, how great you are, but you're hearing from some OGs right now. You ain't that damn good. And I said it, and I said what I said. And Chuck said what he said. If you don't like it, do what you got to do. But you ain't that damn good.
Well, you know what's amazing? In game 4 through 7 against Atlanta Hawks, he did not take it. Game 4 through 7, he never attempted a field goal in the fourth quarter. That's impossible. That's impossible. I mean, like,
that's
wait a
wild.
minute.
I didn't know that stat. That's wild.
Yeah. If game 4 through 7 never took a shot in the fourth quarter, and you're making $35 million a year.
$35 million a year.
Wow.
And you they got to pay you for at least 4 more years. So we really talking about a guy who's going to make $40 million. And the only thing the Sixers have said to him, yo, man, you got to get better. And his first response, instead of saying, no, you know what? I got to get better as a player. His response is, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't think that's right. That ain't right at all, plain and simple.
What's crazy, when you see the videos that he put up, he's making those shots that he didn't take. Like,
making them, yes.
With ease, all nets, all that. It's crazy.
Hey, Spice.
Yeah.
I live in Philadelphia during the summer. This is the third year in a row they put up them buzz jump shots during the summer. Hey, I'm not falling. Hey, but this is so funny. I was, because like I say, I'm in Philly all summer, so I get asked this question every day. This will be the third year in a row that he put up all these things during the summer, him shooting jump shot. Good. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe anymore. That's exactly what it is.
Listen, okay, so I hear everything that you guys are saying, but it does look like we're here now. He's demanded a trade. He wants to go. So if Philly's going to trade him, then what do? Who do they target in return? There were rumors they were trying to get Damian Lillard, who, by the way, congratulations, he got married this weekend. Should they trade him to a contender? He said he wanted to go to 3 California teams. So I guess that meant what? LA, the Warriors, or the Clippers, or the Lakers? Like,
well, hey, you know what? Don't forget, see, that's just rude of you, Michelle, right there.
Well, he didn't want to go to Sacramento. That's why I didn't say Sacramento.
Sacramento Kings like that.
He sold his stake. Too. He doesn't own them anymore, so it doesn't matter.
No, but I'm saying, listen, this is what I told the Sixers. First of all, Dame would be your number one choice. But if you can get C.J. McCollum or Bradley Beal, to me, that's the best you can do. Like, I would love Dame. But you know what? I think if you get C.J. McCollum or Bradley Beal, you at least as good as you are right now. Does that put you on a level with Brooklyn and Milwaukee? I don't think so. But if this guy's not going to shoot the ball, C.J. McCollum, that's one thing him and Bradley Beal going to do. They're going to get their numbers. So.
But isn't he damaged goods? If I'm another team, why would I want to take that monstrous contract? And I've seen what he does on the court. Why would I want to take that?
See, that's the problem right there. That's what I've been telling these fools in Philadelphia. So every day I'm walking the street, I have 20 people say to me, we got to get rid of Ben Simmons. And I says, I was just saying to myself the other day, I'm looking for a guy making $40 million who can't shoot, won't shoot. Those words ain't never been said before. Those words, ain't no NBA team out there has been driving around, their general manager saying, hey, I got to pay a guy $40 million for the next 4 years, but he won't shoot. He's afraid to shoot. No, nobody's looking for him. So if I'm Philly, the first thing you got to ask yourself, does this guy want to be a great player? What Shaq said a few minutes ago. Or does he want to just be famous and get all the money and the accolades and be just, make an all-star team and not be like making $40 million? Hey, for some people, that's enough. I mean, me and Shaq, I've been in the thing 36 years. There's got this notion that every guy wants to be a great player. That's not true. Some of these guys I like making a lot of money. I like working 7-8 months a year. I'm going to stay at the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton when we travel. I'm going to get $200 a day per diem, and I'm happy as hell. I ain't causing no waves. Every player don't want to be great. And Ben Simmons has got to ask himself, Shaq is 100% correct. Ben Simmons will have to look in the mirror and say, do I want to be a great player, or I just want to be a famous player and make a lot of money? He's got to answer that question.
Yeah, that's
Chuck
true.
is absolutely correct. Philadelphia is in control here. They've been close for many years, but they need something extra. And if I can get a shooter, a damn good shooter for a non-shooter, I take that deal every time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow Ben Simmons to say, I want to go here, I want to go here. No. We're going to go where we can get the best deal from you. If not, you're going to have to come back here. And you're right, Spice. You putting up all these videos of you making jump shots. Listen, the only thing people in Philadelphia respect is hard work. That's all. You go from Dr. J to Charles Barkley to AI. This is all they know. Hard work. Listen, if you shoot and go 10 for 15, 1 for 15, they're not going to say nothing because you were aggressive. You shot. You still had 18 points. You just didn't hit your jumpers. But for you to take the ball and have a little tray on you and dribble all the way under the rim and then come out on the other side and, give it to somebody else, they don't respect that. And in this league, if you don't have respect, especially from your fans, it don't matter where you go because, he can go to a new team, they're going to, kiss on him for, they're going to kiss him for the first year. But when it comes playoff time, down by 1 and you got a dunk and you dribble under the rim and pass it out, it's going to follow him, Spice. You're right.
Shaq had a great point also, because I think what's driving people in Philadelphia crazy in the shell is he's afraid. That's the problem.
Shaq's right. You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, when you
Terrified
either when he passes up that layup, you think he's going to get fouled, or Philadelphia has him standing